Well, if you have a donor star on your North Carolina driver license, you're one of more than 5.5 million North Carolinians whose organs could be used to save someone's life if you lose yours. April is National Donate Life Month, and right now there are more than 3,700 people in the state waiting for life-saving transplants.
Our hospitals are doing their best to fill that void, and one in particular is leading the state when it comes to kidney transplants. But as Fox 8's Michael Hennessy explains, getting transplants for all of those people ultimately comes down to living donors.
Giving a piece of your body to save someone else's life.
This was one of those experiences that was just all around good.
For some, it seems like a daunting proposal. For Laura Laxton, it was more like a no-brainer.
We had a family friend who she needed a kidney, and so I figured, what the heck?
At Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center, they do about 220 to 240 kidney transplants a year.
So that makes us the busiest in the state of North Carolina, one of the busiest in the Southeast.
More than 15,000 of them since 1988. About 11,500 of those were from a deceased donor.
Even if I was not a match for my friend, then somebody was getting a kidney.
In 2021, Laxton became one of more than 4,200 living donors at the hospital.
But really looking out for the health and the well-being of the donor through the whole process, it was very impressive.
Each kind of have their unique experience of how they've come to decide that they want to donate a kidney.
As the hospital's Living Kidney Donor Program Director, Dr. Colleen Jay explains, there are more than 90,000 people waiting on the deceased donor list in the country.
Many people will wait many, many years, and some of them will never get to transplant in time.
But when someone becomes a living donor, their recipient doesn't have to wait.
If we're ever going to bridge that gap of the 90,000 people that are waiting, it's going to take finding more living donors for them.
Laxton wasn't a match for her friend, but she was for someone she'd never met.
They do a very thorough job of vetting not only your physical health, but also your emotional, mental health, and do you understand what you're getting into?
November 16th, 2021, Laxton reported dark and early.
It was extremely early.
Ready to give life, hours removed from her grandmother losing hers.
She actually died 2 days before I donated my kidney, but she was very much of the, if you can be of help, then go be of help.
She talked to Dr. J, then went under.
Then the next thing I remember, I was in my room. They'd taken me into my room, and the surgeon from the recipient came in and just said, I wanted to let you know the surgery went really well. The kidney's already functioning. And that was fantastic news to hear.
Laxton has never met her recipient. She doesn't know who they are and doesn't want to pressure them to come forward.
Your expected physical function, longevity, the things you can do after you recover from surgery are exactly the same.
I can do whatever I did beforehand. It has not impacted my ability to work or to be a parent or be a friend or a spouse.
Thanks to her gift, the friend she originally wanted to help was also moved higher on the list. So she helped 2 people. Now she's hoping her story will persuade others to step up.
Everyone who's been, oh my goodness, I don't know if I could do that. I'm like, you totally could. If I could do it, you totally could do that. You just gotta decide if that's right for you.
In Winston-Salem, Michael Hennessy, Fox 8 News.
And as Michael mentioned, through the donor system, if someone is a living donor and then someone like their child needs that organ, well, they get prioritized. If someone gives an organ and then needs it later in life, they are moved to the top of the deceased donor list. If you're interested in becoming a donor, you can email livingdonation@wakehealth.edu.
All right,